what has been working best right now in terms of lead generations? Because I talk to a lot of investors. Some still do mailers, some do SEO, PPC, some do cold calling. I think the textings went away, right? So what's working for you now?
The biggest thing, honestly, is mailers, which is odd to say because I never thought that would be the case. But the truth is, even Google does mailers. You ever get like a Google card in the mail that tells you about your Google profile and or gives you a discount on some other service they're offering? Like even Google, the largest search engine in the world, is still sending direct mail. It works. And so we've had success, and I know there's other companies. We've had success with 80/20. So we've hired them. They create the list, they skip trace the list. And then we have an outsourced company out of Egypt that handles the calls when they come in. And then they schedule the appointments, and I show up on the appointments and I try to put the deals together.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what does your day-to-day look like now? I know you're out looking at properties. Tell us what your day like today.
Yeah, I just had a couple appointments this morning to walk through homes with home sellers. I meet with my team. If you ever gone through some of the EOS stuff, so if there's one of your listeners that's looking for form and structure with their company, they have to look at EOS. It's an Entrepreneurial Operating System. It's the best thing out there that we found. It's not the only thing, but it works for us. But it gives form and structure. And so in there, they have a thing called an L10, which is a meeting with your key leaders. So I always have, when people are scheduling appointments, I always have them block off like 10 to 1, because 10 to 1 is kind of my meeting time during the day. In the mornings, I can look at homes. In the afternoons, I can look at homes or evaluate stuff. But 10 to 1 is like my employee time. So whether it's with the title company, the brokerage, or the flipping entity, or just the other stuff I have going on, but I schedule my L10 meetings during that window. So yeah, I just got done just not too long ago. It's shortly after that as we're recording this, but just working through with my leadership team, just trying to bring on the right people, but create clear goals, create accountability around those goals, and then go execute on those goals.
Do you have your level 10 meeting monthly, weekly, quarterly?
Yeah, we do it weekly.
Yeah.
So then they have like quarterly meetings that they have set up, and there's rhythms for the whole thing. But the L10, the way that we understand it, but the way that's worked best for us is weekly, and we just walk through it all. But then what it creates is this accountability. I don't know. I'm sure it sounds like you have some familiarity with it, but it creates accountability, because I don't want to show up to a meeting where I'm with you, V, and you're like, well, Matt, did you get, X, Y, and Z done? And I don't want to be like, oh, I didn't get it done, because I don't want to let you down, right? I don't want to show up to a meeting where you're disappointed in me. So weekly, we have found to be the best rhythm. You just get stuff done. You have to-dos. You have reminders about your rocks, which are your quarterly things, and we hold each other accountable. It'd be like you saying, Matt, well, in this quarter, you said you were going to do X, Y, and Z. Where are you at? What are your milestones? How can we help you? And like, we can work on it together, or you can just hold me accountable. And I'm like, yeah, by next week, I'll have this done. By the week after, I'll have this done. And then we actually advance the ball as a company, and see progress.
So have you guys started talking about goal for 2025?
No, that's always first week of December. So everyone has to show up with their big, we call them like the BHAGs, the big, hairy, audacious goals that they want to bring into 2025. So we'll talk them out. We'll try to parse them down into smaller, more manageable kind of milestones that can be accomplished. We'll make sure it's in alignment with the company goals. But yeah, that's coming up here soon. So I can't believe that, dude. 2025 is like right around the corner. Are you ready for this? I mean, here we go.
Hey, ready or not, it's coming. We do have a lot of great things. I look forward to 2025. I think it's going to be an awesome year. We have a lot of big plan in place.
Yeah.
BHAG.
Your big BHAGs. Are your goals more around the podcast and your influence that you're generating via this? Or is it more as a practitioner on the flipping side? Like when you think about 2025, where are you putting the majority of your focus?
Both. So
okay.
the podcast, it took us like 4 years to get 500 plus subscribers. And so we hope to grow it to 1,000 in the next few months here, because I enjoy doing this podcast. I do it because I love it. I love to talk to people like you. I love to learn from people. I may take a tip or two away from our conversation today and apply it into what we do, and it's going to pay off big. And so for that, I love the podcast. But, I I still love the other side of building the business, the creating thing. I think the most rewarding part for me in my operation is to watch my team grow, like to see how they're able to, for their family, how they can go on trip, like, see them buying a house, a car, like, that kind of thing. That to me is fulfilling. So I love that part of the business and being able to build that operations where people just grow.
Yeah. Can I ask a question about that? Are you talking about like grow as a person where they kind of mature up on the inside? Or are you talking about like financially where you're giving like a profit share program and saying, hey, as you do better, as a company does better, you do better? Like, in what way do you mean grow? Because that's honestly something I'm very curious about right now in my business. Both. Okay.
First is them growing personally. Anyone that joined a company, we want to teach them, to empower them to, to grow, to be better, to be more confident about what it is that they do with the company.
Right. And how do you do that personally? Is it like giving them books, sending them to conferences, sending out daily, texts about, leadership growth, or like, how do you encourage that on a personal level? Accountability. Okay. Books,
Recommendation. I actually had a coach that do coaching to my team. So, and even just holding during our weekly, we call it the weekly tactical, so I have different companies. So each company will have a weekly meeting. So the property management company, we have a weekly tactical. In our, house buying operation, we call it the Moneymaker Monday. So we have name for our meetings. And, during these meetings, we talk about their challenges. And through these challenges, it's helped us to learn about them. We take the personality test together and we talk about our personality test, like the result, and see how we work together. So these.
And which one do you guys use? Sorry to interrupt there, but which personality test do you guys use?
So for hiring, I used the DISC test.
DISC,
and then, recently we did the Myers-Briggs or Briggs-Myers. I can't ever say it right.
The Myers-Briggs, yeah.
Myers-Briggs.
Yeah.
And so it's a fun exercise for the team because everyone always loves to learn about themselves, right?
Yes.
And so we do a lot of that. I have a team in the Philippines. So in January, I took them on a retreat, with their whole family, spouses, kids, and they really appreciated that. And so that was a good feeling. Like, that's why I do the business,
Yeah, that's great. So on a personal level, you're seeing growth, and it probably helps with retention, and it creates a great culture in the office, and people want to be there. On a professional level, are you doing some profit share? I mean, maybe they're listening here, and I'm sorry if I'm putting you on the spot, but so I'm curious. Yeah.
Yes. So profit sharing, when they meet a certain goal, certain threshold, I wouldn't say requirement, level, then it become, a profit sharing.
Profit share.
So not technically, I'm not making them an owner or a share in the company, right? But for as long as they with the company, if we profitable, they get X. So that's profit sharing. Depends on the level where they are with the company. Obviously, the higher level people get a bigger share.
Sharing the pie.
The entrance, it's a fancy way of bonus.
Yes. Yeah. But you base it like we started doing a profit share. And again, some of it's an experiment. We're just trying to see if it works. But like if you set a baseline, let's say the company has to make $1, right? And anything above that dollar then is split at a certain percentage. Maybe it's 80-20. So they get 20% of everything above that dollar. And like what we found in the short amount of time that we've done it, again, who knows if we keep doing it, but it's worked so far. But we found that like employees start to have an owner's mindset. So like they'll go to properties and look at them, and then before they might just leave the lights on and just don't care. But now they're like, no way. If I shut those lights off and the utility bill is $10 more cheaper per month, that's more that could go into the profit share. So like they just start thinking like an owner.
This episode is brought to you by Jet Lending. For over 20 years, Jet Lending has been helping real estate investors succeed. They offer 100% financing so you can be in at $0 at closing. I can always count on Jet Lending to fund my deals. If you're looking to fund your next deal, contact our friend over at jetlending.com.